Section 2.4.3, the following graph shows the median earnings for females from 2005 to 2009 in constant $2009. We want to complete parts A and B below. Part A says, how is the bar graph misleading and what does the graph seem to convey? So let's take a look at the graph here. We have median earnings for females in constant $2009. We have earning dollars. Here we have 2005, 2006, all the way to 2009. And then here are the earnings from 34,500 to 36,500. Now, if you look at the trend of the data in the graph and decide if the trend accurately represents the data values relative to each other, the most common graphical misrepresentations of data involve the scale of the graph, an inconsistent scale, or a misplaced origin. Increments between tick marks should be constant. Note that the readers usually assume that the baseline or 0 point is at the bottom of the graph, so a graph that begins at a higher or lower value can be misleading. Both the horizontal and vertical tick marks have constant increments. Note that the 0 point is not at the bottom of the graph. The vertical axis begins at 34,500. So these are the facts to determine how the bar graph is misleading. Now in part B it says redraw the graph so that it is not misleading. And what does the new graph seem to convey? Well, you can see here that the bar graph is constructed by labeling each category of data on either the horizontal or vertical axis and the frequency or relative frequency of the category on the other axis. Rectangles of equal length are drawn for each category. The height of each rectangle represents the category's frequency or relative frequency. To avoid misrepresenting the data, the vertical scale of the new graph should start at 0. You draw the bars in the new graph. Rounding the nearest 100, the height of the 2005 bar is approximately 35,300. Rounding to the nearest 100, the height of the 2006 bar is approximately 34,900. Continue determining approximate bar heights in the fashion to complete the new graph. And a proper graph of these data is shown up here above. And then you're going to check the newly drawn graph again and identify any visible trends. The bars vary a little bit, but they are all roughly the same height. And use this comparison to determine what the new graph seems to convey about the data.